I'm retired from dating. It's hard to believe, but I had a great career, 19 to 30, and then I retired. And 19 to 30, that is the career of a professional athlete, you know? And I feel very much the same. You know, like my heart isn't in the game anymore, you know? My knees are shot.
I don't believe in unconditional love, you know? Because, like, everything in life is conditional. Or, like, the reason why you're in a relationship is based on the condition that both of you guys get something out of it. Does that make sense? Yeah. Like, I feel like relationships are kind of like a job. Right? Like, you're going to stop showing up once you stop getting paid. In fact, you're probably going to start looking for a new job. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if any of you ladies out there have a job opening.
Yeah, I'm 30, man. Just 30. I feel like dating in my 30s is gonna be like going to prison. Right? Yeah, you just look right. Like you just look at each other like, so what'd you do wrong? You know, like, what are you in for?
I don't like the language around divorce. Like another friend of mine was like, "Oh, Adam, why did your marriage fail?" Fail, like it was a bank in the 1930s or a North Korean rocket launch. 51% of marriages end in divorce. My marriage didn't fail. It did what it's supposed to do. 50%? Like, that's a coin toss. There shouldn't be a priest. There should be a referee. Call it. Heads. You're free to go. F***ing run.
Men really don't cheat that much, though. Men are fairly... Like, what percentage of men would you say cheat? 65? Oh, my gosh. Wait, what'd you say right here? 40? Oh, my gosh. 90. Oh, God. Oh, come on. 90 for real?
For sure.
You want to know the real answer? Yeah. I did research, seriously. 95% of men do not cheat. Don't. Hey, if you don't believe me, Google it. Go to askmen.com. It says on the cover page 95%.
I am married now, but I didn't get married until I was 40. So I feel like I identify as single. I'm so used to being single. When you get married at 40, shit's different. Like, you're so set in your ways, right? Like, my husband, he comes in, he eats stuff out of the refrigerator, and I'm like, whoa, that was mine. And he's like, no, we're married. And I'm like, but maybe you could get your own refrigerator. Yeah.
Been single my whole life, man. It bothers some people more than it bothers me. You know, like I went on a date with this girl one time and she was like, oh, that's a big red flag because I don't know if you know what it takes to be in a successful relationship. That didn't make me feel very good. I was like, well, how many serious relationships have you been in? And she's like, I've been in 6 serious relationships. I was like, call me crazy. But it sounds like maybe you don't know what it's like to be in a successful relationship. You know, if I had a friend and he was trying to be a lawyer and he failed the bar exam 6 times, I'd be like, hey, maybe it's you know?
Your brain's going around. You know how do you stop that? You know, it's just going around. It's going around and around and around. And my brain's like a carousel. There's only like 5 things on it. Beer, fudge, filet mignon, Aaron Rodgers, and Willie Nelson. And it just goes around and around and around. And people get mad. They're like, why is your wife not on there? She's a carny that operates the carousel.
Me and my wife coming up on our 15-year anniversary, so that's exciting for us, 15 years. Thanks. Yeah. I know that because my daughter is 16, so it's super easy to do the math. We love each other. If you're in a relationship with somebody you love, you should tell that person, okay? A couple things. Makes you feel good inside. 2, strengthens the relationship. This actually happened. I was walking out of the house. I stopped. I thought about this. I looked at my wife, and I was like, hey, I love you, you know? Yeah, she liked it, you know. She's like, so I love you more. You know? I was like, probably, you know. And It's her birthday next week. It's my wife's birthday. Usually I screw up on the gifts. She made it so simple I cannot mess this up. She said all I want is a pedicure, so now I got to learn how to do that.
I'm done dating men in their 20s. My life is going to radically change. Thank you. Correct response. Dating guys in their 20s is exactly like the song I Can Show You the World from Aladdin. So you start dating a guy and he's like, I can show you the world. And you're like, we're going to travel? And he's like, no, we're going to hang out on my rug.
I've thought about the engagement thing. It's scary, right? It's scary. Like, I didn't even realize you got to get a second one. Like, you got to get the engagement ring, but then they're like, you got to get another one, after that one. I'm like, what the I thought about just doing what Bradley Cooper did in A Star Is Born and just like twist a little piece of wire around her finger and then hang myself before it gets any further.
My girlfriend's the best though. I mean, I can't complain. Like she embodies all the characteristics I could ask for. She's very loving, caring, compassionate, Republican. I don't actually know if she is. We don't talk politics, but I think she might be because she likes to do a lot of Republican ass shit. Like she only wants to do missionary. Which to me, that's the most conservative way to do it, You make the minority do all the work and then tell them you can't come inside,
Okay, so I got some toxic advice for the couples here tonight, all right? This is just for y'all, for all the couples here. If you're cheating, if you must cheat, if you have to cheat, wear old clothes. That way, if somebody takes a picture, you can say that's old. I keep a PE uniform in my closet.
My grandparents got a divorce. I know that sounds dumb. They got 85 years old getting a divorce. Do you know how mad you gotta be to divorce somebody at the end of your life? 85? I feel like 85 divorce is just dying first, honestly. Like, I can't stand this bitch. Lord, take me. Like, I thought that was how I was supposed to go. Now they trying to get full custody of my dad. My dad is 49 years old. Stand outside with the bike he always wanted. I'm like, he driving now. What the fuck?
My ex wanted to be in an open relationship. I'm like, I don't understand open relationships personally, right? Because it's not like all aspects of a relationship are open. Only the sex part is. It's not like in the middle of an argument. It could be like, hey, actually, I'm tapping out. This is Steve from improv class. He's a great listener, I have confidence you guys can sort this out.
All my friends are married. They don't set me up with women anymore. They set me up with other guys in their lives who recently gotten divorced to like hang out with me like on a play date. Like I had tickets to a show. I called my friend Dave. He's like, oh, I can't go, but you should call my accountant Bill. He just got divorced. I'm not hanging out with your stranger accountant. He's like, no, Bill's a good guy. Give him a shot. I'm like, all right. Let me see his picture.
I'm in a very good mood because I just had my very first one-night stand, you guys, ever. Yes! I emailed my dad. He was pumped. Something weird happened, though. I had never had a one-night stand, and I met a dude at one of my shows. We went back to my apartment. We were making out. We were getting naked. I was like, yeah, this is happening for me, right? And then something weird happened. He pulled out a condom. That's not the weird part, but it is for that guy. Okay. He pulled out a condom, but then he asked me if I could please put the condom on his dick for him. Yeah, I was like, I'm not your mom.
I'm lucky I found my wife because I was horrible at dating, very bad. And I did all my dating on the internet. You know the hard part about internet dating? Cut my prom date out of the picture. I had a hell of a time getting second dates, and I think I finally figured out why. First dates.
I'm a married man myself, a married man. My wife and I are millennials. We're a couple of millennials. We're a millennial couple. That means our wedding rings are fake, and our haircuts are roughly the same. That's I got down on one knee. I was just like, will you rent with me?
I have a girlfriend now, and she took over for the last one. Who took over for the one before her? They have been respecting the peaceful transfer of power, which I appreciate quite a bit. I do feel like my relationship is a lot like presidential administrations, right? Every couple years there's a new one who just kind of does whatever they feel like. That's the situation. If you ever see a picture of me wearing a polo, just know that's the Melissa administration. That's what it is.